Hi teenage Chloe.
I can see you now in your pastel pink bedroom with your posters of Brad Pitt and Take That over your walls. And the first thing that I want to say is that you're doing really well. Teenage years are chuffing hard. Now, I know that you are someone that has a lot of big passions and ambitions and dreams inside of you, and this acting thing that you've discovered and you think you might want to start doing it for the rest of your life and you want it to be your future is really beginning to grow inside of you, and being in a dreary grey maths classroom is really not where you want to be right now. And yes, you can go and have a future where you meet lots of exciting, interesting people and do lots of exciting, interesting things, but learning to also do the hard stuff, the dreary stuff, boring stuff is actually really helpful too.
And I know that there are some situations
where you're starting to feel like a bit of a saddo, like when you have to cycle home from school and you've got your big blazer on and your massive bag and your big old helmet and you're cycling up the hills and you're getting all hot and sweaty, and when you get right to the top there's always that big gang of boys from the boys' school and the boy that you know, your mum's friend's son, and he's like, hi, and you just want the ground to open up and swallow you because you feel so yucky and disgusting and you're so embarrassed.
You are beautiful.
And I know you probably can't hear that right now because when you look in the mirror you just see a disgusting lump who no one will ever love. But that is a massive lie. And I know that everything in magazines and movies and the small tiny bit of life that you've experienced is telling you that you need to look a certain way in order to be loved, to be found attractive. That is not true, and it is a massive lie, and I wish that I could just break it off you and you could be free of it.
And I know that every night you write in your diary
about how you're in love with one of your friends who is going out with someone else, and you think about you like that because of how you look, and you have an awful lot of heartache and disappointment, and it follows through your life, especially because you want to be an actress, and there's an awful lot of disappointment and rejection that you have to learn how to deal with. And you do learn something, and I wish you could just learn it a lot sooner, and that is that whilst God may not be a magician who gives you every acting job that you want and who makes you suddenly thin, but he is someone who will comfort you. In the Bible, the Holy Spirit is described as the comforter, and you don't have to do anything, but just in those tears, in those moments of disappointment and heartbreak, the Holy Spirit can, if you let him, just come and give you a massive hug and make all of that brokenness and emptiness inside just feel touched with his love and his care and his compassion for you. And it just makes you feel so much better and makes you able to carry on even though you're still feeling all of those things, all of those hurts and all of those upsets and all of that brokenness. But he is there with you, and it just makes it so much more bearable. And like I said, he doesn't magically make you thin. In fact, you're fat for your whole life, but you actually realise that that's okay, and you actually realise that other people think that's okay. And in fact, that guy that used to see you all hot and sweaty when you're coming back from school, you end up bumping into him in London, and he tells you that you're one of the most beautiful women he's ever met. Keep dancing. If there's anything that I could change, if there's anything that I could go back in time and persuade you not to do, and that is keep doing the dance classes. It doesn't matter that they don't have a leotard that fits you, it doesn't matter that you can't do the splits and kick your legs as high as all the other thin girls. Just keep doing it because you love it, and it brings you joy, and that will bring other people joy. You don't have to be the best at something to still enjoy it.
And keep enjoying your church youth group
and all the friendships you've made there, because they really help you. And your friends at school, your friendships at school go a bit funny, knowing that you've always got them and their values and love and care to help support you and give you more confidence. That's something really that just really helps your teenage years.